Okay, ladies. Well, I am getting ready to go live, and I wanted to just make sure that we are ready to go. I'm really excited because we have a couple of brand new beauty consultants, and I know I'm like jumping on a little bit early. Okay, so let me just share and type in the chat, ladies. Once you are jumping on. Okay, because we are getting ready. Now, ladies, this is really fun. I haven't done this in a while. So, this is, yeah, why we are going live on here. And of course, this says congrats, Kendall and Melissa. And I don't want it to say that. So, anyway, I am setting up our live, and this is really fun. So, we have like just about a minute, and of course, as you are jumping on here, I want you to type in the chat, um, just say hi and tell me something fun that happened today, or maybe you had like a positive thing that happened this week. I would love to hear from you. So type that in the chat. Okay. So let me know when you guys see this. That way we know that we're live, because I'm just playing around with a couple new things on Facebook, and I want to make sure that I'm streaming into the right group, that everybody can see me, and we are good to go. Okay, ladies. So type that in the chat, and I'm going to laugh really hard if my live is not working, but I hope it is. But if not, that's okay too. And all right, let me take a look here. I really hope my live is working. That would be so amazing. So type in the chat, ladies. Do you see this? I'm gonna look on my end to see if we are live in here. And do you know what? I am just not even sure if we are. So it keeps saying connect streaming software to go live. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did that, but maybe I did not. But hey, okay, so having trouble streaming to my destination, that is totally fine, y'all. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to share my video from my page. So let's do that. But yeah, say hi when you see this. And great. Yep. That's what we're just going to do. And if you're on here and you're like, what is going on? Then that's probably why, because yep. Okay, great. That's fine. That's fine. We're trying something, and here we go. Okay. Yep. Say hi when you guys see this. Okay, jump on. Yep. So I was trying to stream directly into the group, and it didn't happen. So we are jumping on here live. And ladies, yes, type in the chat once you can see this. Okay, I was having a little bit of a technical issue. So here we go. Let's make it happen. And so as you're jumping on, say hello and type in the chat, and ladies, go ahead and tag your friends in the live. Okay, awesome. Well, here we go. Let's get it going. And ladies, oh my gosh. This is hilarious. Technology is not my friend. So can I just like erase? Hey, Krista. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for jumping on. And yes, go ahead and tag your friends in the chat. I'm trying to tag Courtney and Allie, because we are celebrating a couple of brand new beauty consultants today. Hey, Ashley. And thank you all for jumping on and joining. So I know I'm a couple minutes late, and I was having a technical issue. So I was trying to go live directly in the group, and it was not working. So I had to go live a different way. So here we are, y'all. And yes, type in the chat, and I would love for you to tag your beauty consultant in the comments. And if you have a friend that you want to get on here to support her, then go ahead. Hey, Connie, thank you so much for being on. And we're actually celebrating 2 new beauty consultants tonight. So Courtney, really excited for Courtney. Hey, Courtney. Okay. I'm so glad that you're on. And Allie, we're celebrating Allie tonight. And these ladies are brand new in their Mary Kay business. So that's why we're on here tonight, to celebrate them. And I would love for you ladies to type in the chat here what you are most excited about getting started with Mary Kay. And I know some of you are probably wondering who I am, but hi, I'm Sarah, and hey, Jordan, and I am these beautiful ladies. Hey, Miss Kate, sales director, Mary Kay mama, Mary Kay mentor. And thank you all for being here. I would love for you to tell me, ladies that are on, a little bit about you. So type in the chat, like, a little bit about you. What do you do for work? Where do you live? Hey, Tatiana. So I am here in Florida, and I don't know if you've heard of Weeki Wachee, where the mermaids live, but that's where I live. So type in the chat, where do you live? I was actually born in Pennsylvania. So type that too. Like, where were you born? I love to hear where everyone is from. And what we're doing again tonight, we're celebrating Courtney. So Courtney, type in the chat, what are you most excited about starting your Mary Kay business? And also tag your ladies in the comments. And Allie, I would love for you to share that too. You know, what are you most excited about? Type that in the chat and tag your friends in the comments. That way they know where to find this video. Hey, Carol. So we are going to be doing a skincare tonight. So if you have your little beauty pack, go ahead and pull that out. And of course, I'm going to put on my little headband to keep my hair out of my face. And oh, I love that. Thank you. Okay, I love it. Clearwater. Actually, I used to live in Clearwater. That's where I moved when I first moved to Florida from Pennsylvania. I lived in Clearwater. And okay, is that Wisconsin? I hope I got that right. But anyway, ladies, thank you for being here. And by the way, we are going to be playing a fun little game. So as you are getting your beauty pack out, you might already have this in your papers, but if not, we're going to be playing a game, and I call it the hashtag beauty board game. So you're going to grab a piece of paper if you don't have your beauty pack. So grab a piece of paper and you're going to make this little hashtag board, and we're going to play a game. And at the end, you are going to turn this into your consultant. And so you're going to take a picture and send it to your consultant, and everybody wins a prize for playing. And how we're going to play is you're going to, as I'm sharing products, you're going to put in the little squares what you would love to have if it were free. And you get a little free space. So draw a little heart, you get a free space. So you're putting in the squares, what would you love to have if it were free? And at the end, there's going to be 3 little feedback questions. And that's really going to be helpful for your consultant. So make sure you fill this out and give me a little thumbs up that you have your beauty or your bingo hashtag board and you're ready to go. Now, so type that in the chat, but go ahead. You can grab a piece of paper if you don't have that beauty pack. But if you do have your beauty pack, you have that paper and the little hashtag board in it with the questions. And as we are getting that ready, I will share, a little bit about me too. And thank you, ladies, for sharing about you. And I'm just grateful to be here. I love connecting with women, whether it is virtual or in person. And I have like a little fuzzy thing on my mouth. I know that's awkward. But anyway, I feel like as women, we are so much alike. And I used to not think that, I used to feel that I don't know. I didn't have very many friends at first, especially, when I first started with Mary Kay, but I was like a lot of you. I was working full time, actually worked in healthcare. So type in the chat, what do you do for work? And I was going to school full time, getting married. I had a lot going on, and maybe that's you now. I feel like we just live in this culture of busyness now, right? And I had a lot going on, and just kind of a little backstory on where I was at. Growing up, it was a struggle. It was chaotic. I mean, we've all been through things, right? And I was very hard on myself. And I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I was very hard on myself and struggled with low self-esteem. And I had goals and dreams and things I wanted to do with my life, but I felt like, I don't know, I was constantly being shot down and told that I would never achieve them. And I started to believe those people that were saying, those negative things. And I stopped believing in myself, and I just settled. And Ashley, that's amazing that you're getting for your master's teaching. Yes, aviation. Okay. Kate, I'm so glad to see you on here too. And Carol, I love that. Homeschool, Courtney, that's amazing. And but I was at that point though where I just stopped believing that my dreams were possible. And I settled, and I felt like if I went to school, so I was getting my master's, and I felt like if I went to school and got a great job with a title, that I would feel important, like I mattered. But the reality is, even after the accomplishments, I felt like I didn't feel any better about myself, and I just kept going through the motions of life. And I never quite felt right. And I don't know if any of you ladies have ever felt like that, maybe almost unfulfilled or struggling with feeling good enough. That was me for so many years of my life. And Connie, I love that. Thank you so much. Courtney's mom, working nurse administration. So we have a lot of healthcare ladies on here. And long story short, I went to try the products like we are about to do. And I met this woman. She was so inspiring to me. She was so successful. She had a free car. So how many of you have seen a pink Cadillac? Like, type that in the chat. I've actually been to Wisconsin before. We went to a career conference, and I stepped off the airplane. I was pregnant. I have 3 kids, by the way. I was pregnant, and the first thing I saw was a vending machine full of cheese, and I was in heaven. Those are my fondest memories of Wisconsin. And I know there's so much more, but that was like the best thing ever. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, right? And anyway, but so I met this woman. She was a teacher, and she was driving a car, and she was making a 6-figure income. So her highest paycheck was over $13,000 in 1 month. And I was like, looked at her, and I felt like, okay, what's going on? Like, what am I missing? But I really felt like, if she could do it, I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. It can't be that hard, right? And anyway, so I was just really amazed. And she had a toddler at home. So she stayed at home with her baby and worked her Mary Kay on the side and was making a great income. But what amazed me the most was just her joy and her positive spirit. And I wanted that for myself. I wanted to be around happy women, and I had never heard of Mary Kay. So type in the chat, ladies, if this is your first time like hearing about it or trying it. I'd never heard of it, even though it's been around for 62 years. And I did not do makeup. I was not a makeup person. I was not really a skincare girl either. But I said, you know what? I am a good student. So sign me up and teach me, what do I have to do, right? And I actually earned my first free car in 4 months. And I never had a brand new car. And, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, like, or had a car that was unreliable, or maybe trouble making a car payment, because they are expensive. And fast forward to now, so much has changed. I have 3 daughters. I posted a picture in the group, but oops, I dropped something. But this is an older picture of them. And, as a mom, we just want to be there for our kids. So I love that we get to do that. And I was trying to pull up a picture, but it wouldn't pull up. But Aria is 9. And then Arabella, she's 4. And the baby, Alana, she just turned 2. So, and as a mama, we want to be there for our kids. So I love that we get to do that with our Mary Kay business. And I love hearing the stories too about Mary Kay. So keep them coming in the chat. Now we're going to have lots of fun, ladies. We are going to try some awesome products. And of course, if there's anything that you want to get from your consultant, type the word sold in the chat. That way she knows, like, hey, okay, you're getting that product. And that's going to really help her launch her business too. But before we get started on that, if you're someone, or maybe some of what I shared resonated with you, or maybe you've been at that place where you never felt good about yourself, or maybe you never felt good enough, or compared yourself to others, or feel like you don't belong, or maybe you have goals and dreams and you felt like it was too late, or it just wasn't possible, or if you're like, hey, I'm ready to make a change in my life and I want to feel worthy and have that financial freedom, time freedom, whatever it is, we would definitely love to chat with you. I know you're part of your consultant, Courtney, Allie, her training is to get the feedback of women about our business opportunities. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But I want to share in advance that you are worthy and you are beautiful just the way that God made you. And you don't have to settle for less than your dreams. So, okay. Now, with that being said, ladies, we are going to start using the products. Now, keep in mind, we're playing a game. So it's the hashtag party board. And I want you to draw this on a piece of paper if you don't have your sheet that I mailed you. And you're going to put in the squares what you would love if it were free. And there's going to be 3 questions at the end. All right. So we're just going to jump right in. Now, the product that most of you have, we're going to do is called the TimeWise Miracle Set. Now, this is anti-aging. And of course, thank you, ladies, who shared with me in advance some of your skincare concerns. But type in the chat if there is something specific that you would want to learn about skincare. We might do a little makeup if we have time. I love teaching how to do an 8-minute face or 5-minute face, So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a washcloth and get your face a little bit damp. And I'm going to be trying the products with you. Actually don't have any makeup on. So I love the glow that Mary Kay gives, though. I just wanted to say that. Now, the first thing we're going to do is a cleanser. So it's called the 4-in-1 cleanser. Now, I want to share this too. All of our products are hypoallergenic and they follow the European Clean Beauty Standards. And I don't know if you know anything about that, but the European Union, they ban thousands of chemicals that the FDA does not ban. So all of those like toxic things that, I know that's a concern for me. I want to use the safest products as possible on my face. And of course, we're becoming more ingredient conscious. So I love sharing that with ladies. And so it is the cleanest beauty products that you can get. And there's no like parabens or sulfates, anything like that. And they don't test on animals. So, and hello, Miss Ollie, Courtney's grandma. I love that all of you are on here tonight. So, okay, make sure you wipe off your cleanser. Now, just to give everybody some hope, the first time I ever did a skincare class, of course, I've been in Mary Kay for 12 years now. But the first time I ever did it, I forgot to tell people to wipe off their cleanser. So we kept it on the whole time. Oh my gosh, that was embarrassing. And we did makeup and no one even said anything. So I felt like really bad. So make sure you wipe off your cleanser. Okay, ladies, make sure you get all of that off. We don't want any cleanser left over. Now, hey Jolene, now you might be tuning in at nighttime, okay? And if you are, then that is totally okay too. But it is nighttime. It's 8 o'clock. What am I talking about? All right. Listen, it's been a day with the children. Now, if it's at nighttime, I'm going to show you a daytime routine. But if it's at nighttime, the next thing you're going to put on is this nighttime recovery. Now, you could see there's little beads in it. And what this does is it helps to heal your skin overnight. And it helps, like, if you have any blemishes or breakouts, it helps with lines and wrinkles. And these little beads are collagen building peptides and amino acids. My face is already feeling good after that cleanser. So it cleanses, exfoliates, removes makeup, dead skin. And okay. And yes, the more comments you leave, the better, because there's going to be a drawing tonight. And every comment you leave, you get entered, by the way. Now, when you use this product and you press it, you get a fresh burst of those collagen building, again, the vitamins that are in it. So you could put that all over your face and neck, and that would be for nighttime. It also has chamomile, which I love chamomile. And every time I say that, I'm reminded of my dad, because he always makes chamomile tea. And that's like literally the only time I have it is when I go to my parents' house. So soothing and relaxing. Now, the next step, though, whether you are putting this on at night or this will be your next step during the day, it is the antioxidant moisturizer. Now, what's cool about this set, first of all, a little bit goes a long way. And yes, Tatiana, everything that we're using tonight is pregnancy safe. And I've had 3 babies. I've used Mary Kay the whole time. I can share with you some ingredients, though, that should not be used during pregnancy. And it's not that they're harmful. It's just that there's not enough research on it. But anything with retinol, it shouldn't be used when you're pregnant, or acne products, and that's really not saying it would harm the baby, but it's because sometimes those ingredients go into the bloodstream, and those levels are great for adults, but not for children. I actually met a 9-year-old the other day, and she said that she goes to Ulta and buys retinol. No. I was like, no, ma'am, that's one of the ingredients, or one of the reasons why I love teaching skincare, for that reason. If you go to Ulta, a lot of people ask, why would you go to Mary Kay rather than a Ulta or Walmart? Or type in the chat, ladies, where do you normally go when you're wanting a skincare or a beauty? Type that in the chat. But the good thing is the beauty consultant, we actually care about you, and your purchase means so much to your beauty consultant. She makes 50% of whatever she sells. So when you buy from Courtney or Allie tonight, she makes 50%. And ladies, Courtney, Allie, I want you to type in the chat, what is one thing you're excited to use your Mary Kay money for? I know for me, my daughters, they take dance classes, and that was something I never got to do growing up. And that was always a motivator for me. It was like, you know what, if I ever have kids, this is going to be different. I don't need to say no. If they ask for something within reason, I don't need to say no for financial reasons. So I love, I always share with my customers, that is one thing that you support me with. So thank you for sharing that, ladies. So she bought this product from Ulta, and I'm just going to be honest, they don't care. They're just going to take your money because they, make minimum wage, and you're just a customer. But when you have a beauty consultant with Mary Kay, that's for life. You know what I mean? So thank you for supporting your consultant. And okay. And yes, I love that, Jordan, that you mentioned about trying a new routine and about breaking out. And that is a very normal thing that happens, especially when you start using Mary Kay products, because they do purge your skin from impurities. So some breakouts in the beginning are totally normal. Now, during the day, your next step is going to be this daytime defender. So think of this like a windshield, okay? So if you are driving your car, your windshield, it helps to protect you from the sun and the UVA rays, the UVB rays, and all of that fun stuff, and the environment. So this daytime defender, it helps to block that as well. So it blocks your skin from the sun, which is actually the number 2 leading cause of premature aging is the sun. And type in the chat, what is your guess? What is the number 1 leading cause of premature aging. Type that in the chat. And I want to hear your guesses, but this also has prickly pear extract, which is full of antioxidants. And the other thing that it blocks, you'll never guess, blue rays, which come from your phone. So I know everyone's working from home now. You still need to wear sunscreen. And okay, so our last step in our skincare routine for tonight is our Time-Wise eye cream. So this helps to moisturize the eye area, and it helps with lines and wrinkles, dark circles, crow's feet, all that fun stuff. Now, around the eyes is the first place that you are going to notice signs of aging. So you want to use your ring finger because that applies the least amount of pressure. And if you're on here and you're not using an eye cream, it's probably time to start using one because, again, that is the first place you're going to notice signs of aging. Okay, so that's some good guesses. The sun is actually number 2. Not drinking enough water, I mean, that could be a cause, and I feel like I need to drink more water, but my mom was like, Sarah, are you drinking enough water? I'm like, Mom, does iced coffee count? Because if so, then yes, I'm drinking enough water. Stress, that could cause premature aging, but number 1 is actually smoking. So smoking is the number 1 leading cause of premature aging. But of course, there are other things that we can't avoid, like stress, husbands, children, I'm just kidding. But good thing we have some anti-aging products that we could use on our skin. So that is our ultimate miracle set, really simple skincare. Now, let's just say, and now you might have got one of our other skincare sets in the mail from me. And one of them, I want to touch on it really quick, is the Mary Kay skincare. So this would be for, I would say, for ages 8 through 18, or someone that maybe you don't really want to go the anti-aging, you just want something simple to take care of your skin. So it has a cleanser, a moisturizer, a toner that you could use every day. And then there's an exfoliating scrub. Now, both of the skincare sets I just showed you, there is one for normal to dry skin, a formula, and then there's a formula for combination oily. So, Connie, why I pat it in is because around the eyes is the most sensitive area. So that's the first place you're going to notice signs of aging. And when we pull and tug, like we're putting even more pressure on that delicate skin around our eyes. I mean, you could just feel the difference. If you touch your face, then around the eyes, you could feel that skin is a lot more delicate than the rest of your face. So that's why we want to pat. Now, my ultimate favorite skincare set, I like to call this Botox in a bottle, is the Time-Wise Repair. And if anyone, I would say, is over the age of 30, this is the set that I would recommend. So it does have a night cream with retinol. It has a lifting serum, a foaming cleanser with hyaluronic acid, a day cream, that SPF 30, and then also this eye cream. I love this one, and let me show it to you. I call it the pink Cadillac of eye creams because it has this special metal tip that when you apply it, it actually reduces puffiness and swelling around the eyes. And yes, I got to use this. Like, I have 3 children that are tiny. And yes, Krista, that cleanser would be gentle enough for your 9-year-old. So I gave Aria for Christmas her own set of this. It's like, okay, that way you're not using mommy's stuff because she likes to take mine. And I put her own little set in her bathroom. And I really feel like, me personally, my mom didn't really teach me about skincare because she did not know. We had the same makeup palette literally for 20 years. So that was all that I know about skincare and makeup. I've learned through Mary Kay. So they do teach you as a beauty consultant how to take care of your skin properly and how to put on makeup too. So, okay. Now, hopefully y'all are filling this up because what we are going to do really quick is this 5-minute dash out the door makeup look. Okay. So that's what we are going to do. And by the way, there's going to be a little survey at the end that I would love for you to post. I'll post it in the chat at the end, and you're going to get some extra entries into our drawing. Okay. Now, my 5-minute makeup look, this is what I am going to share with you. So the Time Wise Repair, Tatiana, the only thing I wouldn't use out of that would be that retinol night cream. But the great thing about our products, and by the way, Courtney, we do have an acne line. And, okay, forgot about that, but we have a men's line as well. Can't forget about the men, but we do have a very simple men's line. And of course, the Clear Proof acne line. But I'm going to post something with all that at the end. Now, let's talk about this 5-minute makeup look. The first thing I always put on is foundation primer. And this is going to, so on your grid, Connie, you're going to put what products you would love to have if it were free. Okay, so we're going to put this primer on. Now, what this does is it fills in if you have any lines or creases or larger pores, and it goes all over your face, and it helps to think of it like when you're going to go paint your wall again. You put a primer on first, and that's going to smooth out the surface. You use less paint, and it dries quicker. So that's what we're going to do on our face. I'm trying to find my foundation brush here. It's somewhere. I put it here. Oh, it's in my little brush holder. So this is really fun. We can earn a ton of prizes in Mary Kay. And that's one of the perks of being a beauty consultant. So for you ladies being on here tonight, you are helping Courtney, and you're also helping Allie, if she's your consultant, earn a really fun prize. All right, y'all. So yes, that acne line is very popular. Now, this is called CC cream, and I use this pretty much every day. Now, when you first put it on, don't be afraid if it looks like yellow or not your color, because it has a tone matching technology, and as you're blending, it adjusts to your skin. So it adjusts 2 shades up and 2 shades down, which is one of the reasons I love it, because I felt like I always had trouble finding a good foundation. Now, another thing I love about this is it's perfect for any time of year. It helps with redness and like dark spots, discoloration. Also has an age-fighting moisturizer, a little bit of SPF, and it does everything. It's kind of like a filter on your face, because y'all, we don't walk around with Instagram filters. You know, one day, look, I gotta make sure it's all on even, but maybe one day in the future we will have that, but today is not that day, so we need a little extra help. So this has so many different things: the age fighting, the SPF, evens out your skin tone, and it just makes life super easy. Alrighty. So I put that on. I'm feeling a lot more confident and glowing, and that is the trend right now for springtime, is glowing skin. Now, another one of my 5-minute makeup hacks is this Perfecting Concealer, and they do have several different shades, but I put it on just to give a little highlight. And of course, if you have like any blemishes, you could use that. And then it also helps to like fill in if you have any imperfections in your skin. Like if you have any dark spots or even lines and wrinkles, it helps to fill that in. And hey, Kayla, so I'm just blending it a little bit here. And I personally like using this just as a highlight. And of course, ladies, you could use a beauty blender, you know, whatever you want to use with it. But when we use concealer, it's always best to do it after you put on your foundation. Okay. All right. I'm feeling pretty happy so far with my makeup look. And this is just like part of my 5-minute look. And it's all going to come together at the end. So the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of our eyes and cheeks. So we have these really fun makeup colors here, and they are for your eyes. They're called liquid eyeshadows. These are so fun, and I want you to type in the chat like which color I should put on. Oops. So there is a oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. Now there is this color right here. It's called Light Beam. It's kind of like a champagne color. And of course, y'all, if there's products that you just have to have, I want you to type in the chat and the word sold. And then this one is really pretty. It's called Purple Nova. And you could put it on like really dark like that, or you could tone it down because these are buildable coverages. This one is really pretty. It's like a rose gold, and it is called Pink Starlight. And these are so perfect for spring and summer because they are light, and spring and summer, like trending right now, are like shiny, shimmery, glowing, healthy skin. And that one's called Meteor Shower. Okay, so which one should I put on right now? We could just do like a combination of all of them. So purple, I might have to use several of them. Oh my gosh, we have so many different guesses right now. But what's cool is that you can mix and match these. So we'll do a little bit of them, but I'm going to do this Pink Starlight Rose Gold color. So all of them have a little wand. So you're just going to like put it on, pull a bit on, and then you could literally blend it with your fingers. Now, if I was not talking with you right now, you could do all of this in like 5 minutes. And what else is fun about these colors is you could even use a little bit of it on your cheeks. And I'm going to do some of that purple too. But if you're in a hurry, okay, you can use this color on your cheeks as well, just to give you a little highlight and a glow. How fun is that? So I like doing that, if I'm ever like, okay, I'm really, running low on my time here. So let me just give myself a little glow. And if I wanted to add in that purple, I could do that. So I know I'm looking crazy right now, but we're going to blend it, ladies. So blending, keep on blending. Blending is my cardio. So see what I mean? It's so easy to blend it and just get a really pretty look. And if I wanted to make it darker, I could, right? Am I even? Okay, I'm looking to see if I'm even. I have another mirror over here. But how easy is it to just put on those colors? Super excited. Now, of course, we need a little bit of this mascara. This is my absolute favorite right now. As you can see, my eyelashes, I don't even know what's going on with them, but they're like invisible. And this is our new mascara. It's called the Great Heights Mascara. And with one coat, it actually gives you 43% longer lashes. And with 3 coats, you are getting 76% longer lashes. What? So let's do that. Just one coat. Like, you could see a big difference already. Okay. I got to do a little bit on the bottom. And type it in the chat, y'all. Like, what do you think how long should you replace the mascara after you've used it? So that's only doing one coat. Can you guys see a difference? And let me do my other eye because I don't want this one to feel left out, right? So let me do it. Now, if you do 3 coats of mascara, 76% longer lashes. And I feel like if you're on here, it may be time for a new mascara. Because I'm just going to tell you, ladies, that every 3 months we should be replacing our mascara. Now, for me, I probably go through it that quickly, but every 3 months, because it actually builds up bacteria. So I love this though. And you could add a couple more coats and make them look even longer. And there's no tubes, or like, this is not a tubing mascara. And it also has vitamins that help your lashes grow, which I am a fan of that. And so many people ask me if I have falsies, and Nope. It's just this amazing mascara. All right. Now, my last step here is I love to add in a little bit of lip gloss. This one's called Fancy Nancy, but we have a lot of different colors. And I just love this, juicy, glossy lips. They are in for spring, and even better, this lip gloss, it tastes like cake. So that, y'all, is my 5-minute makeup look. And if I really want to be extra, I'm sorry, I had to fix that eyebrow. I just had to brush it out. Normally I do my brows, but I want to share this too, that you actually can set up a second session with your consultant, and that would really, really help her, okay? Grow her business and learn. You can invite friends, earn some free products. All right, now my last step, this is called translucent powder. Anybody can use this, any skin tone, because it looks white on here, but it's actually clear. And what it does is it sets your look. It gets rid of any oils that you might have, and it controls shine. And it also diffuses the look of any type of imperfections. So that is what I love. Oh, yes, I love that brow kit. That's what I use. So that's that. And you put on your translucent powder and you are good. And okay, if you're having a really long day, this is always my last step too. It is called makeup finishing spray. And this, if you need your makeup to last all day. So little fun fact about me, I'm also a worship leader at my church. And I need my makeup to be on. Like, we have 4 services in a row, so I need it to be on all day. So I put this on. And that really, I like these combination of eye colors, but this helps to keep it on my face all day long. So I feel like I am ready now. This is my 5-minute makeup look, and that's really all that you need to give yourself a makeup look and then feel like you are ready to hit the town. You know what I mean? So I want you ladies to type in the chat, what was your favorite product? Oh, I'm excited. I feel like I should be going somewhere tonight now that I have my 5-minute look on. And let me tell you this, when you have a little bit of makeup on, you feel more productive, you feel more confident, and it is an actual thing. You can Google it. It's called the lipstick effect. And another thing about the lipstick effect is it actually makes it makes cosmetics one of the recession-proof industries. Because even when the economy maybe is like not doing super great, or people are stressed on their finances, they're still going to be buying their makeup. They're still going to be buying their skincare because it makes us feel good. And Connie, yes, we do. We do have a tinted setting powder. So what I'm going to do, ladies, is I know I'm ready for the day tonight. Can I just sleep in my makeup? You shouldn't sleep in your makeup because that could actually age your skin. But yes, we do have a tinted powder. But type that in the chat. What was your favorite? And I do have a couple questions. So grab your little paper, y'all. And question number 1. So is me too, Jordan. I love like the quick and easy. I'm excited about this. I'll have to take a picture and put it in the chat when we're done. But number 1, I want you to write your favorite product, and I'm going to go over what we did tonight, and I'm going to attempt to share my screen here. And I'm not really sure how to do that right now, but we're going to try. We're going to try. That way I can share with you some of my favorite products, and then also like what we talked about today, and hopefully you all can see that there. Oh, okay, yes, I think you can see it. Great. I just wanted to make sure. So with our specials here, so what you see, I'm going to go over what we tried and share the specials. So put that on your paper. What was your favorite product? But tonight, so we talked about the repair set, which was the one that I called the Botox in a bottle. That would be for anyone over the age of 30, right? That was our repair set. Now, the one that we tried tonight, that is our Time Wise Ultimate Miracle Set. So it has your cleanser, your antioxidant moisturizer, your nighttime recovery, the daytime defender, and then your eye cream. Now, y'all, of course, if there's a product that you just have to have, type in the chat with the word sold and whatever that product is, because you're going to get an extra prize if you are the sold queen and you have the most items that you're going to purchase from your consultant tonight. So we also talked about the Mary Kay set. So that comes with your cleanser, your moisturizer, your exfoliating scrub, the balancing toner, and you also get a mineral facial sunscreen, because sunscreen is so important when it comes to taking care of our skin, especially if you're thinking a younger person, because wearing sunscreen needs to be part of everybody's daily habit. And we talked a little bit about the Clear Proof acne set and, of course, the men's set. Now, in the middle row, we really didn't try any of those products yet. But at your second session, when you book a second session with your consultant, and it's super easy, it could be in person or you could have a beauty experience very similar to this. We would set up a group for you. You invite your friends. We send out free pampering packages, and we really do all the work. And all you have to do is invite people and you get free product. So I want you to keep that in mind, because you can get to try some of those at your next session. And I know that would help your consultant too. Okay, so looking in the third row, these are some of the products we did. So the Flawless set is your CC cream, your brush, and you could pick your choice of powder. So you could do the translucent powder like I did, or you could pick that silky setting powder, which has the color in it, like you mentioned, Connie. The Slay All Day. So I love it. That is your primer and your finishing spray. So the lip set, I didn't do all the products in there, but I used our Fancy Nancy lip gloss. But in the lip set, you do get to pick out a waterproof lip liner and a lip gloss and a lipstick. So you get to choose that. And then our Dash Out the Door set, so that's what I did today, was the concealer, the mascara, and then liquid eyeshadow. And there's different colors, so you get to pick. We also have different types of mascara. So I want you to type that in the chat. You know, what was your favorite? Oh, I almost forgot. There are some really amazing specials on here, ladies. So let me tell you about that. Now, up at the top, there is the Cadillac, the Queen, and the Princess. And this is how you could get the products that you love and save some money. So our Princess is any 4 sets for $199. Now, they do payment plans as well. Just wanted to throw that out there. I call it the husband plan, the honeyboo plan, but they do payment plans. So ask your consultant about that, or ask me at the end, because I'll be helping her. So any 4 sets. Now, how the sets work. Let's say, for example, you want that time-wise repair, the Botox in a bottle set. So that counts as 4 sets because of the price point. So normally it's $215, but tonight you would get it for $199. So mascara, Connie, I did, it's called the Great Heights mascara. That's the one, that's my favorite. And the next one, the Queen, you could pick any 6 sets for $299. And the Cadillac is any 8 sets for $399. Now, with the Queen and the Cadillac, you also get my friend Ida, this little bag. Her name is Ida. And hold on, let me show you what she looks like here. So Ida, she unrolls just like this. She has all my goodies in it. And there is a little hook that hangs. You can hang her in her bathroom. And then this one here, you could just pull it off. You could pull any of them off and just take it with you if you were going somewhere. And I even gave Aria one of these for her Barbie things. I was hoping that she would want to be organized, but no. It's still me organizing it. It's fine. But anyway, isn't it so adorable? So you get Ida for free with the Princess or I'm sorry, the Queen or the Cadillac. So let's say you wanted the Cadillac. So you could do the Miracle set, which counts as 3. And then you could pick 5 makeup sets. So let's say your flawless set, your slay all day, your lip set, your dash out the door, and then maybe you want some brushes, or maybe you want the eye makeup remover and the micellar water and an eyeliner. So you could pick that. So just a couple of ideas there. So I want you to put that on your paper. And number one, are you a princess, queen, or a Cadillac type of girl? Because you know your situation better than anybody else. So write that in number one on your paper. Are you princess, queen, or Cadillac? And you could write like your favorite product too. Now, I'm going to take this screen off, but we are going to send it to you afterwards. And I'll post it in the group as well. That way you can look at it. But I also want to ask you question number two. Question number two, I want you to write the word free or the word me. And what that means, ladies, is, well, if you put the word free, that means, you know what, I would absolutely love to have my own beauty experience, and I would love to earn free products. I would love to help Courtney or Allie, since they're brand new starting out and you're here to support them tonight. I would love to help them grow their business and earn free products by having a beauty experience. And again, it could be right online, super easy. You could be in your pajamas because no one sees you on camera. You could do Zoom if you wanted to get everyone together. Or, of course, it could be in person and you could attend something in person. So I want you to put that on your paper, the word free, if you're like, yes, free is for me, and I really want to help her in that way. Or you could put the word me, which that could mean, okay, I don't really want to get all the free products, but follow up with me for my order, and maybe we could do a one-on-one. So put that on your paper in number two. And then the last question, ladies, well, first of all, do you have any questions for me? So if you have questions for me, I want you to type it in the chat, especially questions about the business. So if you have questions about the business, and I'll share a really quick fact, and it may not be for you in a million years, but don't tune out yet, because you may know someone that would be really, really great at this. And I want you to listen. And of course, I'm going to ask you that last final question. But I will say this, ladies, type in the chat, why do you think the number one reason is that women would want to join Mary Kay? So type that in the chat. What do you think? And by the way, Courtney already has her first team member, but I know her goal is to move into leadership. And Allie, I know Allie is looking for her very first team member. So maybe you want to be that for them. But I'll just share. The number one reason is to make money. But I love that. Confidence. Oh, yeah, we do grow our confidence in Mary Kay. And we teach other women how to grow theirs while we're building our own. But money is number one. So we are actually the highest paid women in the world. More women make six figures in Mary Kay than any other company in the United States. And that's not just direct sales. That's any company. And, so far, like, my highest paycheck in a month has been over $15,000, and I am not saying that to brag, because there are so many women that make a lot more than I do, but I never thought I would make that type of money. I had really no clue what to expect, but I saw that other people could do it. And I said, you know what? If other people can do it, why not me? Why not Courtney? Why not Allie? Why not any of us, right? So that's number one. And just a quick recap how your consultant is making money. So let's just say, for example, you want this Mary Kay skincare set. It's $100 for this whole thing. And you're going to pay your consultant, Courtney or Allie, $100. She gets to keep half right away, like in her pocket. And the other half goes to Mary Kay for the cost of the product. I love that. We don't have to wait 2 weeks for a paycheck. And I know there's been many times that I needed money, like yesterday. This is like 2 weeks ago. My 4-year-old stuck a black bean in her ear. Had to go to the urgent care. And it's like always something. Like, especially when you have kids, y'all, there's always something. Got a $500 water bill. Okay, let me do some more Mary Kay that week, So I love that we get that choice. And of course, it can be done 100% online if you want it to be that way. And another thing that I love is that we get paid for being in leadership. Now, what's cool also is that we all make the same amount in our sales. Like I make 50%, Courtney, Allie, everybody, you will if you decide to join. And when we get paid in leadership commissions, that is straight from Mary Kay, like a paycheck. So we never take away from anyone else. And I think that's amazing. Their commission plan is greater than any other company, like I said. Now, the next reason, I love how you said community, pink car. Yes, well, the number 2 reason is for the discount because we get half off our own product. So my mom, when we were earning our first free car, she joined my team just to get the discount. She didn't really want to work the business, but she worked in healthcare and she worked at a hospital, and all these ladies were like, I want some Mary Kay. Oh my goodness. So anyway, she ended up signing up and got all her products at a discount. And of course, there's so many other reasons. The friendship, the cars. Oh my gosh. And type in the chat, would you take a car or would you take cash? Type that in the chat, ladies. But you know, there are just so many perks, trips around the world, diamond rings, you know, and that's just the beginning, but that is the number 1 reason, you know, and most people that do it, you know, 80% of women have another job, they have kids. So this is something that they just sprinkle in on the side. And maybe that's you too. And anyway, so you know, as women in just closing, you know, it's so rare that we get to press the pause button like we're doing tonight. And we don't always do that or take care of ourselves or make ourselves a priority. And, you know, we all have things that are weighing on our hearts right now, every single one of us. And just taking a minute and thinking about those things. And I know it's hard to talk about, but just being around women, we're in an epidemic of loneliness right now, especially after the C word. I'm not allowed to say it on social media, but, you know, what are some of those things for you? And you don't have to type it in the chat, but I want you to ask yourself, you know, how your life would be different if maybe those things that are weighing on you were not an issue. You know, maybe it's finances. I know a lot of people I talk to are working like 2 to 3 jobs. Maybe you need new friends. Maybe you're struggling with depression or self-esteem. You know, imagine if you didn't have a job that you hated. I don't know what it is, but we all have something. And I want you to just imagine your life without that pain. And how would you feel if that were not an issue for you? And, you know, my favorite thing about Mary Kay, there's, you know, so many awesome perks, but just is really helping women to dream again, and not just dream, but make those dreams a reality. And y'all, it is $20 to start Mary Kay. And whatever you decide that you want to do with that, if you want to just come in to help your friend get to the next level, maybe you just want that discount, maybe make a little on the side, or maybe you want to earn an executive income and earn a car. Anything is possible, but it is $20. And, you know, whatever you do with that is totally up to you, but at least you could say you tried, right? And I just love connecting with women. So if your last question, number 3, I want you to put on a scale of 1 to 10. Actually, I'm sorry, wrong question. Is A, B, or C? Number 3, A, B, or C. So A would be like, okay, I have $20. I would love to be on, you know, Courtney's team, Allie's team. I would love to be a part of this. And for whatever reason. And B would be, okay, well, I'm interested, but I have some questions. So I would love to set up a 3-way call and help my consultant with her training, her leadership training, and ask some questions. And C would be like, okay, this all sounds really amazing, but I would rather pay full price and be a customer right now. So put that as number 3, A, B, or C. And ladies, okay, thank you so much for being here and spending this fun hour supporting Courtney, Allie. And I'm going to give you like 15 minutes to take a picture of your hashtag board. And I want you to send it over. You could send it to me on Messenger, send it to Courtney, Allie, whoever your consultant is. And I want you to turn that in. And everybody that turns it in is going to win a prize. And then ladies, as you're sending that over, and Courtney, Allie, we're going to set up a 3-way chat at the end. That way I can help answer any questions. And then I am going to do our drawing. Oh my gosh. I was hoping that I would be not talking anymore, but I'm going to have to post our drawing winners. Okay. I'm going to post the drawing and I'm going to take a screenshot once I can add up all the comments. And when you turn in your paper, you get 5 extra entries too, ladies. So okay, so let's turn that in and we are going to be following up with you. But thank you so much for being on, ladies, and have an amazing, blessed night. I'm excited to chat with you afterwards. Bye, everyone.